Perfect. So I want to take a look at my Naya. Oops, this is the wrong deck to look at. I want to take a look at my Naya Constructed. There it is. This is the Naya Constructed that we hit Mythic with, and I love this puppy. I love this deck so much, so much, so much. What can we do to actually adjust it to make it sufficiently high quality with Ravnica Allegiance? That's the question for us. Some of the big things that I really like about this, I really love Pelakka Wurm. I still think that's great. Really love Zacama Primal Mama. Star of Extinction's pretty dope. Immortal Sun's pretty dope. Tristani Discordant, to me, feels a little bit more like a card that I incidentally am running because it's a nice, or it in the previous expansion was a nice tool, anti-aggro. This is also like anti-aggro. This is anti-aggro. This is consistent with the Ramptude that we're going for. Treasure maps kind of fit in there as well, but there's a few things that are interesting me. One, obviously, is Rhythm of the Wild. This is obviously a very interesting enchantment to me. We don't have terribly many creatures, right? We have the Pelakka Wurms, we have Zacama, we have Tristani. But what we could do is we could start peeling out some spells and introducing in some more creatures. Gruul Spellbreaker is another very intriguing one, right? This is a good way to like form a wall, but also have just a bit more presence. Unix says there seems to be a bit of an echo in your audio of your voice. There shouldn't be an echo. You probably have 2 streams open. March of the Multitudes does not play well with echo. I think we would probably cut March. Probably try to find some other ways to leverage our lots of land. I think Dawn of Hope is probably pretty good. But, you know, I think that, like, for instance, if we started to cut out some of the... Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to Decks. We're actually just going to clone our deck. What? Did I clone the wrong one? Delete. Okay. Naya Best of 1. Export. Okay. Import it. Boom. And imported deck is great. So we kind of have this deck to work with, and I'm going to start fiddling with this. Work from here, and I think that there's 2 considerations I want to make. I think the first one is, how do I introduce some more creatures that are from Ravnica Allegiance, some more cards that are from Ravnica Allegiance that are nifty-thrifty to have. And then additionally, how do I try to deal with the fact that, like, that red electrostatic field deck is running rampant? Life Game seems like a very reasonable tool to do so. Seems like a very reasonable tool. Can I recommend looking at Cindervines? Oh, I love this card. I was talking about this quite a bit. Cindervines is just this really clever anti-control deck card. Look at this. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to that player. They're just slowly chipping away at themselves. You can sacrifice to destroy target artifact or enchantment. Also zaps a little bit more. This could be really tight. Could be very, very interesting. I do think that dealing with aggro seems like the thing that I'm most concerned about. Oh gosh, and also the mana base. Also the glorious mana base. I think we'll probably have to cut the 2 Circuitous Routes if we're adding in extra land, right? Nikya and March. Yeah, no, go ahead and show me my not collected ones. Nikya, the old ways. Can't cast non-creature spells. Wouldn't really work so well, would it? You can't cast non-creature spells. Oops, my bad. Every new set, this is how it works. You always look at, like, half the card because there's an exciting bit to it and your brain begins to, like, turn on and you're like, I got it, I got it! I was screwing this up so much when I was drafting on Friday. Oh, it was so funny, or I guess Thursday it was. Okay, so let me cut the cards that I'm interested in cutting. Right? Oops. I cut the Dawn of Hope. Dawn of Hope. So some of the cards I'm really interested in is like Ravager Wurm. See, I do think that the Rhythm could be interesting as like a 1 or 2 of, but not a lot of. Not a lot. Oop. I don't think I want a ton of these. Maybe 1, maybe 2. It could also be, you know, if we're adding more creatures, we might cut the Immortal Suns and we might put in Domri. I'm going to do that, man. That sounds tight. Domri Chaosbringer. 2 seems like a nice amount for this. So if we're running creatures, we probably want to have the Gruul Spellbreakers as multiple copies of, right? 1. Do I necessarily want 4 of these? They seem pretty good, but also Knight of Autumn. Let me put in a few of these puppies. We're obviously really thick in this 3-drop slot. We could arguably cut the Clarions and just try to look for... Oh, these gotta go. These are our early anti-aggro tools. Do I want 3 or 4 of these? I'm not sure. I don't even know if I want treasure maps. This is a very nice draw. This is a very, very nice draw. Feel adding so many rhythms and spellbreakers to your deck changes it from control to mid-range. Don't really care too much about what the official naming of it is. Just kind of fiddling with and adding things that seem like thoughts that are valid. We could even try to get some Lava Coils in here. Do we really want Banefire? I'm starting to feel that, like, you know, maybe cutting... Yeah. Let's actually just look at the new Ravnica Allegiance cards. What are some cards that just make us so excited? Make us so excited. My deck, I can immediately feel it beginning to muddy out. Hellkite. See, this is a really nice payoff card, ain't it? This really is a very nice payoff card. It's a good way to use a lot of land. Maybe I don't need those Rhythm of the Wilds. This guy does seem pretty sick. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Suppose I did something like this. A lot of big threatening creatures. A lot of big threatening creatures. How do we stay alive at the low end? Probably going to want to keep 26. Okay, what about this? So if we did Rhythm, creature spells can't be countered. Don't want a lot of these. Don't want a lot of these, right? Because we're very slow, we're very controlling. So now I have 11 slots to stabilize against aggro decks. I have a few more creatures. Ravager Worms, which perhaps we don't need. Ravager Worms, which perhaps we don't need. Carnage Tyrant, no. Nope, don't need it. Don't need it. Zeratal Goblin for a 2-drop. That seems good. Something like that seems pretty good. What do I really want? Growth Chamber Guardian. Is that really that good? I want really nice early drops. I think I will need the Circuitous Routes back in there. Some other form of ramp. Boy, I always forget to do that. Just a wee bit. Oof, now we have 9 anti-aggro slots. Chamber Guardian is excellent. Seems feasible. Incubation Druid. Yeah, Incubation. Incubation Druid might be a good one to do. We don't have a lot of ways to put extra 1/1 counters on it. Llanowar Elves, super not doing it. Oh my god, it's Thundermo Hellkite. Thundermo Hellkite, who is doing the absolute bomb-ous Hydroid Krasis based Sultai deck. So good, so good. Now I wanna stress that, like, okay, let me just save. Okay, if I go to my old Naya Best of One deck, I want to stress an important thought in this one. This deck primarily is one that is trying to use a lot of mana, not necessarily get to a lot of mana fast. It's just one that can use lots of mana. If we have a lot of mana, March of the Multitudes is a payoff. Banefire is a payoff. Dawn of Hope, we can summon infinite 1/1s. Or not infinite, but more 1/1s. That's a payoff. Obviously, some of these big things, in and of themselves, are payoffs. We don't need to rush to a Pelakka Wurm. Just having a Pelakka Wurm is pretty great. Zacama, the more land, cool. The more stuff that winds up getting untapped. They can take advantage of having a lot of land without necessarily needing to sprint up. And it's important to have a lot of, like, stability in the early stuffs. So if Naya Control, if I'm trying to look at this, obviously we need 9 more slots in here. So we are trying to fill in those with some anti-aggro tools. But I don't necessarily need to rush up. But maybe, you know, I think the reason I like this Incubation Druid is... I'm going to go ahead and try to jam 4 in there, just as a start. I think the Incubation Druid could be very, very nice in here due to the fact that it does ramp, so we can potentially get quickly to some of our thick, swollen boys. But in addition, if I draw it late, Incubation Druid can adapt itself, so that seems quite nice. Some flexible removal seems good, and then we'll kind of stare at the mana base a little bit. Collector Dominance, that could also be a thing. Dave says, if you're going with that many creatures, Star of Extinction feels self-defeating. Could be not true, though. I do love me some Star of Extinction. Like, the argument for... So Deafening Clarion, I think we just leave in, because it has lifelink, so it has synergy with creatures, as is. So this is grand. We could say, yeah, no, let's cut the Star of Extinction. Let's rely more on creatures. Let's rely more on creatures. We have the ability to have red mana sources. So I think some number of Lava Coils is good. I don't necessarily know how huge I want to go on Lava Coil. Settle the Wreckage. Plausibly jamming in a pair of Settles here. What do I feel about, like, 3 of these? Feels good. Feels good so far. I'm kind of thinking, instead of Gruul Spellbreaker, I actually kind of like getting some Night of the Autumn. Night of the Aught. Right, it feels pretty good. And then, what is our last slot? Perhaps a... Ixalan's Binding. It's like searching my brain for its name. Shalai for the Hexproof. Don't think I need that. Don't think I need that. Don't think I need Shalai. Shalai is very nice if I have built a board quickly, and just to make sure it doesn't get fucked with, I drop a Shalai. I'm untargetable. No Settle the Wreckage. Shalai with a big boy deck, rather than run a Shalai to protect 1 or 2 big boys, I would simply rather have more big boys. This seems like it does some good. The Circuitous Routes are the ones that kind of make me go... However, this... No, this... Some sort of mana base like this. Oh, I've changed quite a lot of cards. Let me actually look at my mana base right now we have just a smidge of white. Dawn of Hope, Ixalans, 3 Knights of Autumns, 3 Deafening Clarions, a pair of Zacamas. So I don't actually need as much white. I'm going to come back to these in a moment. I just want to think about this. Okay, if I look, it's a lot of greens. It's a good amount of reds. A few whites. So we want mostly green here, right? So we have 3 forests. So 4 and 4 of those. That's 8 and 3 is 11. And then another 4. It's 15. 15 green sources. I think I actually have too many reds. Let's see here. So we have 8 and 12. 14 red, so 15 forests, 14, or 15 greens, excuse me. 14 reds, and how many whites? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Maybe this is okay. Seems okay. David says, Circuitous Route with only 7 basic lands and no gates in the deck seems like it might never be relevant. Oh, no, it's absolutely super relevant. We have a pair of Circuitous Routes. If we were at 4 Circuitous Routes, it's great. This is excellent. This is super excellent. I do think we need to run the 3 Arch of Orazcas. Well, fucking ball sacks. Actually, wait a minute here, man. So here is, again, let me hit the dunzo with this and come back to the Naya Best of 1. One of the advantages of this is Tristani Discordant helps get the city's blessing. So does March of the Multitudes. So does Treasure Maps. A lot of things help build the board to help make these 3 Arch of Orazcas activate often. We don't necessarily need as much... get out of here. I need to delete more things. I gotta clear my mind. This we might say we don't need as much card draw because we have more relevant threats coming at us. Maybe that's actually fine. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it in a few games. Always play everything ranked. Always play everything ranked. Someone says, would Grow from the Ashes be better than Arpute, since we have more ramp? What's Arpute? Alright, we drew the nuts. What's the sideboard? Is ranked best of 3? Circuitous Route? No, I like Circuitous Route. Brings 2 down. Is this best of 3? I was gonna say, someone was like, this is best of 3 ranked? I was like, sure hope not. Sure hope not. I thought it was coming at the end of the month. End of the month. Deafening Clarion's nice. Deafening Clarion's very nice. Her daddy says, as if a deck of this caliber requires a sideboard. Damn right. Love the spirit. Alright, we're absolutely going to slam the Dawn of Hope. When we see Steam Vents, we get real happy. Because we think, could be some sort of, like, Jeskai control deck. Oh my god! Never mind, it's a Jeskai aggro, and we're the best. Here we cast a multicolored spell. Get a human out there. This has been showing up in, like, Mardu aggro. As far as I can tell. Well, let's see here. We're gonna pay 2 life. Bang! Immediately get the Heelys up. We might actually cut a Banefire and put in an additional Dawn of Hope. Because we have a lot of ways to heal. We have Knights of Autumn that can heal and let us draw. We have Gifts of Paradise that can heal and let us draw. just do this. Well, it seems pretty straightforward. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. This one, huh? Seems right. Or heal. Maybe heal and draw was better. Heal and pay the shock land and draw and then blow everything up with a Deafening Clarion. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. Alright. Block that which gives... Ow, ow, ow. Seems pretty good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. This comes out. This is gonna... Yeah, maybe this. Maybe this. Zildren says, what about Electro Dominance? Really good X-Burn spell that can power out some other value. It seems smart. It seems like a smart thought. Wow, that's pretty gross, ain't it? Two, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2. Might be a little risky. Might be a little risky. I think it plausibly is better to jam out the double action with the Dawn of Hope. Could be plausibly good. You know, now that I think of it, oh my, you guys, we can actually start jamming in gates. Okay, I don't think we should do this, but like my brain's working. I also threw my pen. I threw my pen and I need a fidget and I don't have my pen. Everyone, hold on. Disregard this game of Magic the Gathering. Where's my pen? Ah! Ah! Oh my god. So the pen has a really good weight to it. It feels really good when I'm playing it around. Oh my god, I'm throwing it. Oh, I found it. Thank God for myself. Oh. Oh. Woo! Oh. Oh. Can I just state for the record, we have a Pelakka Wurm. Can I just run this by y'all for the record? Now, plausibly, we can just nuke some stuff, but I think it's probably better to heal. Wait, what did my opponent do? Just tap a thing? Okay, yeah. Yesterday, Thundermail Hellkite was explaining that the Hydroid Krasis, it's just so his spirit in a card, you know what I mean? Like, thank you for giving me 2. It is his essence in the form of a card. He loves it. Just can't get enough of it. For me, it's my Pelakka, bro. I love this Pelakka Wurm. No attacks, I'll just chill for a sec. And you start nuking things. Explode this, explode this, explode this. I love Pelakka Wurm. I love Pelakka Wurm. Whoopsie fucking dipsy. Alright. Who are the biggest boys? I think I'm dead. I'm just going to set up the blocks that minimize the amount of damage. Oh. You die. Is that death? 7, 8. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alright, so that's 17 damage. That's not good. Ah! We're just gonna play for a while. We're just gonna play for a while. We gotta get a feel. We gotta get a feel for the deck. Gotta get a feel for the meta. Fuck, I love Pelakka Wurm. Pelakka Wurm just feels so good. We're also seeing part of the reason why I was eagerly running 17. Excuse me, 7 sweepers. 7 from Heaven sweepers. Alright, so we want to get these puppies down first, yeah. We struggle a bit against wide boys. I feel like this particular game is not going to give us the best data. Also, with my other Naya Control deck, I mean, I got shit on pretty gosh darned hard. until I got the curve right and the shape of things right. And then I was in grand old shape. To the green source, please. Day 9 Worm emote win. Ooh! I don't know, man. I don't know. Jofu says, Day 9, will there be best of 1 ranked in parallel after they implement BO3 ranked? It's a plausible. Thank my lucky stars. I'm concerned that like my old Naya build's actually great. We should just rock out the old Naya build. Could plausibly go with some Ravager Worms, but like, I don't know, that one felt good. God, I really hate Incubation Druid. Every time I look at it, I'm like, you piece of shit, get out of my deck. Knights of the Autumn feel a little awkward as well. I think the Druids and the Knights of Autumn gotta go, man. Because, like, this turn, wouldn't you rather have this be something better? Wouldn't you rather? I mean, I'm guessing I'm gonna slam this down, right? Hello. Electro Dominance might actually be good. Nope. Electro Dominance might be really good. Kiama says, Knight of Autumn seems like a sideboard for best of 3, not a main deck card. I think you are spot on, Kiama. I think that is right as rain. Simic Ascendancy. Boy, yeah, this feels awkward and bad. I think it was also an error for me to play this down anyways. I don't necessarily know that I could make good use of it. I love Electro Dominance and Control. It does feel really interesting. It's a good way to get some good swing turns. Uh-oh! Oh my god! Hydroid Crisis. I want it on this land. And then thong. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet, we get to draw next turn. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna hit it with that next. Alright, we got that blocker up on the ground. This is feeling about right. This is feeling about correct. I mean, like, the way the Naya deck feels is that, like, my hand shrinks in size until I can get some of my drawers, and then it expands back out. Is Deckmaster on? Yeah, should be. I got it open. Let me check the extension. I checked it before and it was running. Yeah, is anyone getting Deckmaster running? Czar Nicholas says, guys, mono red aggro feels so scummy. It does feel strong. It does feel strong. Oh, it is working for multiple people. That's fantastissimo. I would love to have more sweepers in this deck. We're gonna go draw, always. Yeah. Skarrgan Hellkite. Let's get those sweep plus 1 counters on it. This card does feel like it's a good guy. Skarrgan Hellkite feels like it's a good guy. It's a nice big threat. Let's see here. And then this is gonna come in tapped. Enters tapped. This is a blocker. I can do some stuff in response. It's fine. This feels like a good card. This feels like a good addition to the deck. This feels like it's doing something that's helpful to us. He's a real stand-up guy. He's a great man. He's a great man. He does wonderful things. He's a good person. So I think we're basically stating that our March of the Multitudes were ditching in favor of things like Skarrgan Hellkite. It's also plausible that we say, you know what, we're going to cut the Immortal Sun, get 2 Domries in here. Domri would actually be pretty good. Probably need more than 12 creatures, though. I mean, we do this, right? This is the play that we've imposed upon ourselves. Titanic Brawl. This one. Yeah, die. Alright, so now Titanic Brawl will still kill the Growth Chamber Guardian, is that right? Huh. I think our opponent just did not understand how that worked. Some confustigating happened. Misplay? Yeah, I thought that this was gonna have a follow-up or something. Looks like our opponent just misread. Shit happens, man. It's a new expansion. Every single person I have seen has misread stuff. Every single person. I mean, it's just like what happens when a new set comes out, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So then I'll spend 6 mana doing a draw and 4 mana blowing the thing up. Alright, so I'm going to do this right now because I just don't want to have to do auto-tapping. Great, there's Rhythm of the Wild, so this resolves. We're going to go ahead and hit full control, and now that it's out, that's going to come up. We're going to do this ability. We're going to shoot this and shoot you in the face. We're going to submit that. We're going to unshift. We're just going to say submit, and now it's going to auto-attack. Great. Great. It's all yours, man. It is all yours. None of the Autumns really feel terrible. I'm like embarrassed that they're in this deck, you know? Alright, so I think that I just immediately blow this up before the main phase, right? We're gonna tap this one, we're gonna submit right there. This feels very punishing. This card's very nice. Holy guacamole, yeah. Yeah, use that mana. No reason to play Rhythm of the Wild. I would rather draw a card. Andrew McLean says I active trees into Scuttlegator before it had been adapted. Didn't see the defender. Yeah. Sharktop Crab. So our opponent really has to do something about the face, huh? Great. Great. Great, yeah, perfect. So we would just shoot him in the face at end step and then win the video game. Decks. Alright, so these feel terrible. We go ahead and get those out. Rhythm of the Wild feels cool enough that I'm going to leave it in there. Incubation Druids, get the hell out of there. So this card feels definitively T-I-T-E tight. Let's count the number of creatures. Let me make sure I've read Domri's -3. I call it minus. The top 4, put 2 creatures into your hand, put the rest in any order. Yeah. It's plausible that... Oh, I already did cut the Immortal Sun. Boy, howdy, reading is tough. Reading is tough. Reading is tough. Let's count our creatures. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures. 9 creatures. Nine creatures. 9 creatures. Let's get these out. Let's bring in 2 of these. Let's look up Electro. Electrodom. Electrodom. We're brewing a little bit. We're not necessarily concerned with our win rate right here. Are these rares? Yeah, why not? Something like this could plausibly be interesting. We're still worried about aggro. So, let's use some of this white, right? Let's use some of this white. Let's put in Cleansing Novas. Let's put in a pair of these. What do we do against some of our thicker, scarier dinosaur-based decks? Well, I don't need Star of Extinction, because the argument is that I'm placing more threatening dudes onto the board. I think Seal-Aways are absolutely acceptable. Perhaps not as many. Domri Chaosbringer is most of the time, I believe, going to be a +1 and just a very scary threat for us as we play slightly more control-ish. This is already looking better. Extra Drawn of Hope. I cut some healing, so I don't necessarily think I want 2 of them now. Rhythm is worth without the Knights. I mean, it's undoubtedly true. Undoubtedly true. Is this too slow? This is a great way to answer questions for myself. Is it too slow? Well, let's go ahead and look at my Naya Besta 1 and see what it was doing in some of these early turns. I think I can actually... Yeah, I mean, the Banefire is better against aggro. We have 3 Lava Coils in there. I always hit this damn thing wrong. RNA, Naya Control. So now we have the... So, like, if I had something like this, indeed we are a little more scared about that low end, Do I really want to Rhythm of the Wilds? It's the creatures you control can't be countered. That's like a real interesting thing to me. We could cut this and like immediately it looks like we're more stable, right? Alright, like we have pretty dramatic high end. Put in 2 Seal-Aways. Maybe even 2 Night of Autumns. We just need low end babies. We need low babies. Healing, some sort of heals feels good. Is this just seems way greedy. Do I actually want the Knights? Llanowar Elf? I'm never putting a Llanowar Elf in this deck, man. Oof. God damn, I do not like Llanowar Elves. Llanowar Elves are in ramp. And remember, we're not ramp. Ramp would imply that we are quickly trying to get to more mana. We don't need it quickly. We want to be able to exploit it eventually. You know what? I want to go with my original thought, right? We have the Rhythm of the Wilds, and then we have the Night of the Autumn. Right, so I kind of think these should be Banefires. They absolutely should be Banefires. Who am I kidding? These need to be Banefires. Yes, we can possibly 2-for-1 with the creatures, but I don't think this is a deck that is looking to try to do 2-for-1s. This is a deck that's trying to slow this bird down. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 creatures. So this is good. Domri's -3 will often hit a creature. This does feel like the most out-of-place thing. Like, when I do this and just look at other things, I mean, it already feels better, but... New set just came out. What, am I not going to run Domri? You can buzz off with that logic, man. No seal away always feels bad. Yeah. I didn't look at our mana base. But then again, I'm the luckiest man that has ever streamed on Twitch. So I'm just not that worried about it. Like, for instance, it's a great starting hand. We have the mana that's needed for the Gift of Paradise to provide the Deafening Clarion. We get another land, we can just instantly nuke them with a Cleansing Nova. CG says, showing you 16 creatures to hit 1 creature on average. Yeah, yeah. We're a little bit under that. Oh, what's it's like 24 to have it be closer to 2? Perfect. So now we have some options. Now we can Cleansing Nova, should we need to. And Soot Spewer deals 1 damage to each player. Great, we got it. Banefires are also better against aggro than Electro Dominance. Nosy Killer says, with the creature count in there, I think you're better off prioritizing the +1. Yeah, no, I should have been more clear on that. The +1 is 1000% our priority times 1 billion with this deck. And it is not close. Because we're looking for a threat that is game-ending out of it. Bye! Domri is certainly, I think, the worst card in this deck. Not worst, but it's the one that looks the most out of place. Am I going to cut it? Are you fucking kidding me? No, it just came out. At least let me lose some games with it. See, this position feels more like it to me. This feels better to me, right? I'm slowing things down a little bit, blowing stuff up. My early game is, for the most part, we sweep a lot. And we get some Healies with Knights of Autumn, with Gifts. And then we get to thick wormy boys, which replace themselves. Also, we have really strong evidence that we can kill someone that doesn't draw any land. Ah, feels so good. Ah, Diagonal Monkey. Pleasure to see you again, my friend. We'll absolutely be Pelakka-ing if we draw the land. And I don't think there's anything wrong with just Cleansing Nova-ing here, yeah? What about Grow from the Ashes versus Circuitous Route? I just like Circuitous Route more. It always gets 2 for 4. Feels good. Yeah, ouch. Well, let's just peel a land right off the top and just end it. Boom. We get a lot of concedes after we heal 7. Yeah. Alright, so we have a whole lot of problems that we foresee with this deck. But the most important thing with any deck is not to act on the problems, because problems with decks, initially, those are our hypotheses. They are not the realities. We want to have more data to back up what we would do with our hypotheses. Ugh. Yeah, now I'm keeping this absolutely unkeepable hand. It has several of my favorite cards in it, so we're hanging on to it. It has Dawn of Hope. I've grown to love this card. Zacama, Primal, Calamity is, by definition, the most Day 9 legendary creature that is in the entire world. Oh, God, it feels so good to just do this. So yeah, we're going to do that. It has Domri, which we're interested in running due to the fact that it exists at all. We'll probably be Circuitous Routing. If we lose this, I mean, Oh, right. We're kindling phoenixes. So we have the 2 red, we have the double white that we need. We'll definitely need 1 green source. Do I want a second green source? Yeah, that actually looks good, right? C'est parfait. We're probably gonna either die or get very close to death on this immediate turn here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is part of why I was being so sweepery, deepery focused. Bing bong. And I believe we... Well, we died. Alright. Shit, I didn't learn anything. I didn't learn anything. Ugh. Eh. The Domries really did. And really are feeling a little odd. A little odd in this guy. Nothing to learn from that deck. That was a cross our fingers and hope we're against a control deck, and we absolutely got the shit punished out of it. Domri is so tight. So, intuitively, I feel like my eagerness, excitement about Domri is unwarranted. Do I have to chuck this? I really do, don't I? Yeah, that's a much better one. Probably don't need both of these. Echo Squad 351 says, do you think it's possible to get into Magic and stay mostly free to play? I do think so. I do think so, especially if you like Sealed and Draft. Trying to do crave a land here. Punished. So, this deck is already having qualities of the original Naya build that I had when it was not working. And that quality is that, like, I have a lot of good stuff, and I have this feeling like, I didn't quite get the cards I needed to ramp into blue. Because my other deck didn't actually have, like, a, you know, a superlatively gigantic number of big boys in it, right? It basically had the 3 Pelakka Wurms, the 2 Zacamas, and an Immortal Sun. That was the high end. That was it. There was also Star of Extinction. That's cool. So, you know, you can imagine the Ravager Worms are what we replaced the Star of Extinction with. So, yeah, you know, that's very meritful. These are sort of replacements for treasure maps. Yeah, if we can draw land here, we'll be able to stabilize quite nicely. It's gonna be like ping face for 3. Start a turn, ping face again. Nice, the Autumn are actually okay. Actually okay. Treasure maps feel like perhaps also the most cuttable thing that we had going for us. Oh, Gitu Lava Run, that's pretty dope. That was a nice turn. Good game. It's probably a shock to the face. Boom. Pretty close to stabilizing. Pretty close. Rhythm of the Wild feels. It just doesn't feel necessary with our deck. Like, I did not need to avoid getting countered before, so I don't really know why I would need to avoid getting countered now. Let's see here. So the thing that's missing is the March of the Multitudes and the Tristanis. Those are the things that were not there. So I don't think that I'm necessarily feeling like... Yeah, these Ravager Worms are kind of the replacement for our Star of Extinctions. These Skarrgan Hellkites are the replacement for the Tristanis. Domri Chaos Bringer ain't doing much for me. But god damn, it's so cool. These are good threats, aren't they? Hold on, I'm gonna stew for a little bit here. Here's the advantage that a March of the Multitudes provides that is pretty enormous. March of the Multitudes is very good against control. Very, very good against control because it's instant speed. And by the way, there's no reason that qualitatively we shouldn't run March of the Multitudes. Like, it's a reasonably very good card. I'm trying to really think of ways to level up this deck as a result of the new cards. It's kind of the big... So we're kind of jamming some Skarrgan Wormy Boys and all these other types of things. And then we're looking for some ways to threaten things even more. I'm still going to leave this in here because I like it. That's it. It's the only real reason. March of the Multitudes might actually be reasonable to run a 2 of. Oh, God. I should look for better keyword search terms. See, it feels like a very sturdy opening set of cards, though. Alright. I'm having more confidence in this, but... So, I want to restate my evaluation of... I want to restate my evaluation of our good friend, the... I'm going to restate our evaluation of the good friend Rhythm of the Wild. My thought of Rhythm of the Wild is... it feels like I was trying to use a card that was solving a problem that I did not have. Which was, how do I beat controlled decks? I have Banefires, I have Dawn of Hopes, I have plenty of large threats. There's not really an issue that I am solving with that. It's not really an issue I'm solving with that. You can counter this if you want to, it's fine. Not really an issue I'm solving with that. It was kind of like trying to get me to go double scary strong. Oof, that's a... I'm a doing this. We also see one of the reasons why I'm running 2 Circuitous Routes, because this can happen. Spiroslesis feels like we're slowly gravitating towards the homebrew again. The homebrew really is the anchor in our thought process, for sure. For duperly sure. I'm actually going to do this first. Hello! Oh shit, I don't even have enough. Oh my god, I pulled out the wrong color mana. I'm a dumbass, man. Spend too much time talking. Spend too much time talking, not enough time thinking. Sphinx Foresight is the scry every time. It's a pretty cool card. I feel like there's no way this doesn't get countered. This is also one of the reasons why Night of Autumn feels awkward to me. This was what was nice about Tristani's, about March of the Multitudes, about these types of life gain tools. They felt like they could do more and had more oomph in my hand. Cast anything. Get in there. That is fucking sick. What's this one? It's Warrant and Warden. Ooh, what a nice card. Ooh, that's nice. And I'm back. Yagdog25 says, just sub, big fan of the channel. Thanks, Yagdog. And then asks, what about Forbidding Spirit to slow them down? I don't even know what that card is. Woo! I have no clue what you're saying to me. Unbelievable. Who runs counter spells in this day and age? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. So I'm going to head and I'm ending turn, and then after they untap but before they draw, I'm going to go ahead and do this for 4. It doesn't need to be huge, it needs to be effective. And this is an efficient way to mess with them a little bit, because they can quench, but now they're down to 4. They're spending mana on their own turn to do stuff. Undead Metaphor gifting 5 subs to Damasco Delicious, Jones Dat, Big Fish, Gorgear, and Kevin V626. Let me look up what Forbidding Spirit does. Forbidding Spirit. Ravnica Legion. Forbidding Spirit is, when Forbidding Spirit enters the battlefield until your next turn, creatures can't attack you or planeswalker can control, unless the controller pays 2 for each of those. Oh, that's an interesting little one. I'm gonna hang on the Ravager Wurm. This card is sweet. Arr. Any interest in Biogenic Ooze? Maybe not for this deck. Biogenic Ooze is pretty tight. Oh my god, Ghost Stalker 88. Happy 75 months. 75! 6 years and 3 months. Hot diggity damn. +1/+1 counter. Actually, I'm just going to haste it. It's way better. Getting in there. More opportunities for my opponent to cast more spells on this turn. Sepal Faith, take that action. Give me that mana. Alright. Now we're going to try to dome me. Ooh, I should have run out Rootbound Crag because it could be quenched. Alright. Very well. Oh boy, that's a great one. That is a really good one to be able to get on a Frilled Mystic. A lot of these band decks are running 4 of these puppies. Get out of here. Chomped. God, I really do remember why I had those treasure maps in there. Oh! Are there some other Naya cards that can give me some card draw? So we've drawn 23 cards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to do this. Get a Lava Coil ASAP. Bing bonged. So we drew a little bit more land than we expected. Yeah, this is some sort of uncounterable. The uncounterable qualities feel so nice. Bank Control's pretty sick now. Yeah. Multi. try to put in our Skarrgan Gargans. These do feel really cool. Definitely great ways to make use of mana. Oh, Vivian Reed, Beastmaster. Yeah, those treasure maps were they just fit really nicely in there, y'all. Alright, this hand is a really good test for the quality of these types of things, because this formerly would be like a Tristani Discordant. So if we were up against aggro, we at least have something to work towards on turn 5. Our mana base does feel better, though. Feels better. It's like easier to get there. I should remember to keep putting green sources out. Orzhov Enforced. Not running Rhythm of the Night. Might need some tyrants in your life. We definitely don't need them. We were more than able to adequately slay plenty of control decks without them. And I think the deck actually gets a lot better if you don't run them. I mean, we're getting pinged for 1 a turn, so I think that we're actually feeling pretty comfy. Dude, I was at a wedding in Denver over the weekend. Okay. I was at a wedding in Denver over the weekend, and let me tell you, I have no more, like, liquid in my whole body. I am so dry. I am the driest guy there ever were. It is so dry. Incognitus says, damn it, Sean, I'm in Denver. Hey, Incognitus. Sneaking in there. Spawn of Harayhem. Blow this up. I think this feels like the right thing to do, right? Get our Skarrgan friend out. This might actually be the only thing that we add into this deck. Might ditch the Ravager Worms. Put back in the Star of Extinctions. Skarrgan Hellkite does feel like just an excellent threat. This is just an excellent little threat. Totally fine. Not that worried about that. Doomwhisperer. Mana does seem good. It's going to be relatively impossiblement to avoid letting this ping itself every turn. This has Death Touch, so no need to block that. Pelakka Wurms allow us to turn the heat back on our opponent. The Skarrgan Hellkites are just... I'm loving these Skarrgan Hellkites. Love it. Loses so much momentum. This is perfect. Remember me. Now, our opponent is generally getting more long-term card value because this Theater of Horrors is doing a lot of work. This is continuing to ping the face, which is grand. Boom. Don't need this. Don't care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or is this better to do, to shoot this for 6? I think it's probably better. Shoot it for 8 for consistency. Look at this! Helping us kill him too. God damn, I love those Pelakka Wurms, man. Hellkite. I cannot believe how great of a suggestion the Skarrgan Hellkite is. That's just a solid card. And I think that the Knight of the Autumns or something else frightening that almost have to be there. They almost must. That'll do. Opponent will be dying relatively soon. It's our turn. This march just feels too important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So it's very easy for our opponent to just swing out and then accidentally lose, especially with this guy. Get out of here. It is very possible that we just accidentally die. Oh, damn! Our opponent got us. Oh, that's good. What a tricky pickle. If I had played March of the Multitudes and like quintuple blocked, I could have avoided that. There's a couple combinations that I just keep not quite remembering. Well, I shouldn't say keep not quite remembering. There's a new set, so there's certain combinations that I've been unable to account for quite yet. Okay, I think that this is actually okay. I think this is actually a totally okay deck right now. Let me just make sure the mana base makes sense. I think the Ravager Worms are the ones that I have the most doubt about currently. Skarrgan Hellkite feels good. Knight of the Autumn or something else at the baby tier feels important. Previously, I was actually just running a pair of treasure maps, but I think with the incidence of the red, I just need to have the juicy meat out there. Let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, no, I think our mana distribution is correct and intelligent. I think that this is the Ravager is the one that I'm most like. It was the Seal Away instead of Knight of Autumn for stability. I think I would rather replace the lot. Well, I think that we're actually okay in terms of stability right now, is what I'm feeling. I think we're actually okay. Despy, are you a great cat? You're the best cat in the whole world. That's what you are. So the deck's starting to feel better. It's starting to feel better. Whenever we're doing something new with decks, we expect and are not alarmed if we lose our first 10 games, our first 10, 15 games. We should generally feel like we're getting beaten down. It's the only way that we actually start to see what's strong and weak in it, so we just don't get so alarmed by that. We have more forests, so we're going to give to Paradise the forest. With you now running March, could you fit in a Wilderness Reclamation? March of the Multitudes does not have good synergy with that. It does not. It has synergy with it, and here's the reason why. When does the untap step happen? It happens on our untap step. On our untap step. Untap step. Jesus. Happens at the end of our turn. Happens at the end of our turn. This is great. And so I'm going to get a whole lot of extra tokens at the end of my turn, but then I'll pass the turn to them, and I have a whole slew of 1/1s that can get blown up by Chain Whirlers, blow up by Sweepers, plenty of opportunity for our opponent to think about it. Goes against one of the core goals of a March of the Multitudes, which is to surprise our opponent on their end step. So in a very literal sense, we can get a very big one, but I don't think it's going to be any good. Gonna wait till this flips and destroy that land. Yes, March of the Multitudes has what I'll call it's okay synergy. It's not amazing. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay synergy. It allows us to do a huge play at the worst possible time. Seems like you'd have been fine with Mortify for earlier creature enchantment removal. What do you mean, Contra Bassist? Because I'd have to put black mana in there, because Mortify is white, black, and 1, right? So, I mean, I don't have black in this deck, so I can't even cast that. Is there a deck list? You can just click right here and produce that deck list. Alright, that's fine. We can still ping the face. God, Skarrgan Hellkite is just great. I'm thinking of all these possibilities of things that it just solves. It just solves them. This thing's gonna flip. I'm gonna be able to Ravager Wurm it, plausibly. What I really want to do is just cut this. I'm gonna run it for a little bit more. So Osiris is thinking ahead of best of 3. Cinder Vines would be a great in sideboard against spell-heavy decks. Yes, 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 times 1,000, yes. Alright, no ability to cast Nexus of Fate. Probably gonna get plussed.
Hold that thought.
This is going to be a bit tricky. What card did Wurm replace? Star of Extinction. Oh, baby. So now we can cast Nexus. Fuck. God, I want that card banned bad. Hot diggity damn do I want that card diggity banned. Turbo Fog just absolutely destroys this deck. Kind of like no matter what we do, right? Kind of like no matter what we do. Skarrgan Hellkite is still so great. Because this is just like a one-man nuking army. This is incredible. Yeah, Wilderness Nexus of Fate. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold that thought. Blur, blur, blur. Yeah, it just doesn't feel as good. Just doesn't feel as good. Why is it called Turbo Fog? Oh my god, my turn? I don't even know what my turn is. What even is my turn? I can use this to nuke that. This Hydroid Crisis is a problem. Yeesh. I think we always lose this. I think 100% of the time, I think we die. I also think I don't need 3 of these. I think 2 is more than sufficient. Because it's a very greedy card. So I think it frees up. No attacks. Nope. I'm going to end the turn, and then we're going to pass this, and then it's our opponent's turn. Now we shoot this dude. That's good. Bam. Die. Death. I don't see a way to win this game. You're spot on, Gritzer. I want to play a little more, because like this is a relatively new little style of deck, especially with this Hydroid Crisis here. So I just want to take a look and see how it pans out.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Speaking of a deck, Cindervines is good against. Oof. Oof. I love me some Cindervines. Maybe we do actually just make a Cindervines deck. Maybe we do get some Cindervines in here, yeah? Alright, we're going to go ahead and duck out of this one, because then there's some changes that we can make to our deck. Decks. By the way, worst feature about the deck screen is it just keeps like rearranging the order of my shit. Ugh. This can go. I think one of these can go as well. I don't necessarily think we need 3 Knights of the Autumn. I think we can get away with 2. I think Star of Extinction, I actually don't know how good Star of Extinction is in the meta right now. I really don't. I really, really don't. Electro Dominance, don't think I need Electro Dominance. Cindervines, would we ever main deck this? This feels a little weak to main deck, you know? But it is sweet. Alright, you've convinced me. You've talked me into it. Let's give this a shot. A lot of enchantments being run, and I like shooting people in the face. So that seems pretty satisfying. I kind of feel like treasure maps fit in there. Like, I'm really devolving very quickly to super similar look. We cannot cast anything in our hand. Except for the Banefire. That's a lot better. Nice. We're gonna be behind 1 turn, but seems more than fine. Levin says, I know you said no Carnage Tyrant, but I think Hexproof Finisher will go a long way in this deck. Tends not to. Tends not to. Totally seems like it would, but it tends not to. Johnny's prude, mate. Welcome to dying, my friend. It's our good friend Ferris Bugler. I could nuke this. I could nuke this. I'm gonna do this. Just gonna get this out. This is surprisingly efficient to anti-aggro tool, as well as being really nice when we have a lot of mana. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant just, like, interestingly has never been that great in this deck. Unclaimed territory for soldiers, damn. Already, I'm so relieved that I have a Star of Extinction. Okay, so we already have the green sources. I'll need another red, and I'll need another green. Good. Feels nice. Feels nice. Militia Bugler, such a freaking all-star. You got it, buddy. That is all good to me. It was just a pretty nice gift turn. Pretty nice Clarion turn. I mean, our opponent appears to be one that wishes to go wide. I don't think it's actually bad to try to be even greedier here. What does this do? Creatures, as long as you have the city's blessing. Fair enough. Okay. Alright, goodbye. Bang. Cindervines, like, just feel so not needed. God, I hate to say it, I think treasure maps are actually, like, good in this deck. Let's get some creatures out, Pyradius. I think I am going to, if I draw a land, I'm going to Night of the Autumn, blow this up. If I draw a huge worm, I'll probably play that instead. You... A-okay by me. I'm amazed how much value these knights be getting. Thong. Yeah, I kind of like the Knight of the Autumn instead of the Tristanis. They feel pretty nice main deck. There's a spooky amount of enchantments showing up, you know. Cleansing Novas for those as well. Are you kidding the shit out of me? Alright, well, let's see what it targets. No wonder our opponent wasn't playing any creatures. They're making me crazy. Baird, Steward of Argive. Oh, we blocked the hell out of this puppy. And then I just think we quite literally chill, huh? Plan on doing a chump blocking Star of Extinctioning. Seems good. Hot damn, Night of Autumn is dope. Alright, we're getting into the groove of things. Oh! Alright. Bonk. It's my turn. And I'll cry if I want to. Yeah, I love the way that this one's feeling now. Boom! Yeah, I think the last thing we need to do is just gut the Cindervines. You know what I mean? Perfect. Ooh, thing of beauty. Thing of perfection. Let's get a hard concession out of our opponent here. Oh, God, that's so good. Mentor of Damik. I mean, I don't think I know let that one live. I don't know I would. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and 4 and 1. Okay. This is nice, because now I can use this reactively. Knights of Autumn. Ooh. Falling in love with a card that existed already. This is where the concede happens, don't you think? Whoosh. It's alright, I don't need that one. This feels great. It's like the most unnecessary Ixalan's bind of all time. I think a concede is in our future. Pyradius is really like giving it his all. Giving it his all. Emisik. Okay, so let's. We got the Cinder Vines. What's just like a really. It is treasure map, isn't it? It's just treasure map. Treasure map is just the correct thing to do, right? So functionally, the only difference between this and our old deck is that instead of running 3 Tristanis, what the hell is the difference between these decks? Instead of running 3 Tristanis, we're running 2 Skarrgan Hellkites. And, where did I get that? There's one card that's missing from this. Immortal Sun. Oh, we're not running an Immortal Sun. That's what we're not running. We're not running an Immortal Sun, because we replaced our Seal Aways with Lava Coils. I should probably run an Immortal Sun. That is good. We need hardly anything in the early game. Thinking of putting in another Dawn of Hope, actually. Whoa! I mean, this is, like, super efficient. I think I'm going to try this one out. Super efficient. Focus Ox is seriously Sunbird's Invocation. It's so much fun. Yeah, why aren't we running a Sunbird's Invocation deck? Ah, it feels so smart. Please don't be aggro. Okay, this happens. This happens. Oh, no! No, you're the wrong land. I thought that you were the other land. I'm so not used to having that one in there, man. Woo! Woo! It's supposed to be a Rootbound Crag, you know what I mean? Globular Chain Whirly Boy. Thank you. Thank you. This is going to be remarkably hard to lose. I mean, if we peel a land, it's got to be another Goblin Chain Whirler, doesn't it? Or Phoenix. Channeling Phoenix is fine, too. Alright. We have no white sources, so what we're going to do is get a white source, and we're also going to get a white source. We draw a land and we win $1 billion, I think. Draw one land, make $1 billion. D2 Lava Buddy. Seems like exactly what we'd expect. Oh my. Oh my. Fuck. Damn, that sucked. This is very clearly a spot where the Skarrgan Hellkite is worse than the Tristani Discordant. I mean, whatever. I fully expect to be shot in the face for 3, and then that's game. Alright, we did it. I'm the best. It's all fine. I'm the greatest. Number one. World renowned. You know, I actually never thought about putting a stop on my upkeep to shoot. So lucky. This is a stroke of fantastical luck. Oof. Oof, that's incorrect, ain't it? Alright. Dawn of Hope is also smart with the city's blessing that we are always reaching for with the Arch of Orazca. Yeah, shoot it. Yep. Yepity deppity do. Do as you want to. Block the most amount of stuff that we can. Plan on Star of Extinctioning. We're gonna take a good bit of. Oh, you made such a mistakey. Hello. I love this game, Pelakka Wurm. Dum da da dum 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 dum. Night of the Autumn, you know, it's like it even feels nicer than. Oh, oh! It even feels more awesome than Tristani Discordant in a lot of regards. So we don't want this because we want to be able to Zacama. Then this untaps everything. We don't want to do anything. Good. Good, 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 good. This is how we win. It's really easy to just be like, oh, blow this up. But wait a minute, then my opponent will have 6 cards? No, I don't want that. I want my opponent to want to blow up his own stuff. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now we've provided ourselves the flexibility to do as we please. God, we're good. We are so good. Destroy it to spite him. Unfortunate things, man. Unfortunate things. Triple Lava Coil? I did it! Life gain. I'm gonna go ahead and swing for 7 here. Quite a bit. I don't think I'll need the Arch of Orazcas. This is dope. This right here, this is some dopeness. Alright, cool. Alright. Alright. You know, we did what we expected. More or less, which is that we drifted away from our initial build. And then kind of came back. Really, this is the big discovery, is these Skarrgan Hellkites. And of course the mana base. We're relatively close to our original build, and that's okay. It's totally super duper okay. I'm actually gonna get some water real fast. Ugh. Water time. That's a really good hand. Good lord, that's a really good hand. Wow. Yeah, wow, draw 7. Yeah, drawing 7 is, I think, one of our strongest activities. I think the Double Dawn of Hope is reasonable. I think it's very reasonable, because it quietly helps with, maybe when we're starting drafts. I think I'm not going to draft today. I swear to God, there's way too much that I want to do in Ravnica Allegiance. I think I just don't pay this yet, and I do this, and I Gift of Paradise that. And then we're going to Stomping Ground tapped, Circuitous Route to ramp. Davian says that build feels like it'd be nice. Oh, god damn, this is like busted good. We need our double planes so we can get that double white mana source. Wait, no I don't. I should have been going forest planes, because we already have double white with that. It's okay, I'll fix my mistake soon enough. Domri Chaos Bringer. Now this is an interesting, sort of immediate issue. But anyways, David says, it'd be nice if you jammed it in Ashes of the Abhorrent. 3 deals. Ashes of the Abhorrent. I don't even know what this card is. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or activate abilities of cards in graveyards. Whenever a creature dies, you gain a life? There's some plausibility to that. So we have 2 turns a time, so I think I just have to Pelakka Wurm right now. Hello. Try to mash into Domri. Here are the deck plans for today then, Acid Fritzers. I want to hunt a smidge. Hunt a smidge to see what we can work with. Boy, am I glad I have Immortal Sun in here. Shit. So if I attack, it's going to be a double block. These 2 can block as well. I gotta go in for Domri. So I can do this. I can also kill these 2. I think probably killing the dinosaur is the most important one. We can also get some juicy off this. Night of the Autumn. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. I mean, this looks like the play. This looks like the play that we have to do.
You're gonna hurt when this is through.
It's probably going to be another Regisaur Alpha. I did not think about that synergy. Good thing we heal in this deck, huh? Let's see here. So if we swing for 6, we're going to be able to hit this Domri for a whole bunch. There will then be 1, 2, there's 4 damage and 7 and 12 is 19. We'll have 19 damage. So we will be healing to 21. So I need to gain a little bit of life here, but we're also going to be able to draw. So there'll be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's... So we can draw two from this. We can draw 2.
Now you get to the spirit.
Okay, so we can draw 1. There's a March of the Multitudes again, so that's pretty cool. But we're going to hit it with Some of this. We're going to decline, decline, decline. And we actually do need the life here, so we're going to do this. I wish I could Z, because I think maybe Clarioning would have been better, but I think it's okay to have these guys up. No, I like my choice better. I like my choice better. Clarion's probably not going to be the best one. We have another March of the Multitudes, which is really excellent.
Power can go a long way.
God, Domri's so sick. Look at these dinosaurs smashing in. 3 mana on the board. We're certainly blocking that. We're real close to stabilizing. I really like having double Dawn of Hope. Double Dawn of Hope just feels so good. God, I feel so good about our decision making last turn. Because look at this. Look at how much damage is coming in right now. And if we had not Night of Autumned, we'd be dead. So obviously we're gonna have to Domri here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can draw twice to try to hit that Star of Extinction.
Please, sir, give me some more.
Woo. Okay, so we whiffed that. Is there any way to live? I guess a Cleansing Nova as well. Okay, we've drawn a lot of land, but I think now is when we draw the sweeper, huh? Okay. Damn it. Fuck. It was close. I really like the Dawn of Hope, though. I'm gonna put this up. I'm just gonna run to the restroom real fast. Just stay here, stay here. Chair stream, the most powerful stream in the world. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude. God, dude, the Thundermill Hellkite Sultai Hydroid Krasis deck is just so gross. So cool. I was watching that last night. We have 1 removal spell. Some of our good utility cards. That's a good one. Grixis we typically struggle with, but we have an Arch of Orazca, which if it's Grixis that's forcing us to discard, is a very, very, very nice pile of cards to deal with it. March of the Multitudes is going to take a trip out. So Revitalize is an early play. I don't really like Revitalize very much. I've incidentally not been up against a lot of red decks, so maybe things will be changing over time. That's a good one to have. So all these are visible cards. All these. I'd rather prefer something that is more active on the board. I think that the 2 Dawn of Hopes is just such a good synergy with everything. I don't know why it didn't occur to me to run 2 of those puppies in there, but I think the 2 Dawn of Hopes are... They're early place, so we can drop them down. They're okay against aggro. They're, like, okay at buying time. Oh, Jesus, it's fucking Esper, man. Yep. What's going on? What are we thinking? We a good cat? Alright, here we go. Alright, let's go ahead and sit down. Alright, let's... Where do we want to go? Yep, that's right there. That's good. You found the right spot in the lap, kitten. I love that this cat just loves snuggling up. I love it. Hi. Oh, we're purring. Oh, we're happy today. You know you're not allowed to chew on that, huh? God almighty, I love this cat. Cheeseburger says, Darren, does it make sense to consider Legion's Landing if you're hoping for consistent Dawn of Hopes? I think not in this deck because, first of all, Legion's Landing, it's a 1 mana play that, you know, historically, if you just, you know... Well, we're running a pair, so... This will 1 billion million % get countered. The only reason it wouldn't be is if Jakova Sale doesn't have it. See you later, alligator. At least we blocked Chemistry's Insight. Yeah, Legion's Landing, it's like a thing that you do on turn 1 in order to have a good play, and in aggro decks, once its Legion's Landing has flipped, you can summon 1/1s for 3 mana while tapping. So when I contrast that with what this deck's trying to do, first of all, Dawn of Hopes themselves actually make 1/1s for 3 mana without tapping. Alright. Despy, you're the star now. You're the star of the show. Oops, didn't mean to hit that one. So if we have to tap Legion's Landing in order to make a 1/1, and a Dawn of Hope just makes a 1/1 for 3 mana anyways, you know, it's like... Legion's Landing isn't really giving us that much more. And I think more importantly than anything, Legion's Landing is very hard to cast on turn 1 in this deck. Like, very, very, very hard to cast. Yep, it's Dad. I missed you this weekend. You trying to get all the snuggles you couldn't get on Friday, Saturday, Sunday? This is a very good cat. Alright, time to start ramming stuff out there, man. Alright, see, I can actually detect when the cat's ready to meow. Like, the cat's not ready to meow right now. Dispy! See, I told you, the cat is not ready to meow. Vraska's content. But if we start putting some energy into the cat, by virtue of some scritches, like this, like she's got her little head up like this, right in the middle of that, if I stop, and then I go, Dispy! Oh, wait, we got a scratch, hold on. Hold on, let's get it, get right in there. Alright, now, let's try it. Dispy! Come on, give me a meow. Come on, we're performing now. No. What was this? What was cast? What is this spell? Sacrifice and gain life. Oh. So we have 5, 8. Alright, we're slowly making our way forward. Arch of Orazca is like the counter to Esper, man. It's so good. Shift Happens 23 says, never played with Pelakka Wurm, but you got me to try it. And I'm with you with my favorite card now. God dang, it's like such a dope card. It's so fun. So these 2 are visible. These 2 are not. Could plausibly be a Planeswalker down there. Ike says the only reason I watch your streams is because of the cat. Tell me about it. Such a good kitty. This is how we win in these slow, grindy games. We just start getting card advantage through draw. A lot of heals in Esper, though. Something very relaxing about watching a cat get pet, isn't there? You're like an especially good cat today. Look at her. She looks like a duck. Yep. Reach, stretch. I mean, this just gets nuked, right? I think I just pass because I'd rather draw more cards. Oh, I know. I'm stretching my neck instead of petting you. Is that a mistake? Do you need to be pet right now? Yeah, okay. I understand. I understand. It's been hard. It's been hard. No cat, Dad. Okay. Hello. Let's just get the counters out of the way. If you're against an Esper deck who's been whiffing on card draw super duper hard, no problem. You just start getting more card advantage with an Arch of Orazca, with a Dawn of Hope, with some sort of card draw engine. Then you just force out some cards. Probably Vraska's Contempt, which is fine. Look at this cat duck. Look at this cat duck. Just perching here. Uh-oh. This cat likes very slow, gentle pets. Do I want to deal 2 damage, or do I want to draw a card? I would rather wait until the end of our opponent's turn and draw a card. No Chemister's Insight is quite a bit of bad luck for our opponent. Look at this absolutely adorable, sweet little cat. Just all chonked out. I don't even know what I want to do tomorrow. I literally want tomorrow to be like a 1 billion hour day. So that way I can just like play RNA for way too long. Gotta go to the gym after this too. I whipped on the gym this morning super hard. Which one do I want? Well, I generally want to steer more towards these color sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you just pass it on up, right? Start drawing 2 per turn against an Esper deck that's drawing, or I should say 2 bonus cards per turn versus Esper that's drawing no bonus cards per turn. This could plausibly become super relevant. Yep. So if we have 12 available mana, soon 13, if we spend 7, I'll probably just have to Banefire this, because the opponent's pretty screwed on card draw, yeah. What I would have loved to do is spend 7... Wait, no, we would have enough, because we would have 7 and 13, right? So we could try to blow up Teferi with a Star of Extinction, force Yakovasel to counter the Star of Extinction. He feels comfortable. We spend an additional 6 mana to make 5 damage uncounterable against Teferi. I would rather get Star of Extinction countered for 2 reasons. First of all, I just... You know, it's very obvious why I'd rather have this one get countered, right? Because, I mean, we're against an Esper deck, which often has, like, little to no ways to have creatures. It's like all removal and then Teferi, cross our fingers, and hope to scry. You being a good cat? Jesus, she is absolutely relaxed. I mean, this is like a puddle. Like, I can feel cat, like, seeping, like, between and around my legs. My turn? Not so fast. Hold that thought. So this was 12 mana total spent. So this will be a 13th, so I spent 7 trying to blow it up, then another 6 Banefire. Yakovicel is looking to be in a weak position. Oh my goodness, that's a good one. Doesn't really matter. So this is how we force our opponent to waste a counterspell. If not, we just have enough mana open for a draw and we just draw.
Only time will tell.
No. Wow. I mean, I would generally expect us to have a rough time in this matchup. Don't need this. Oh, makes a lot of sense. Alright. You. Hello, I'm Teferi. It's really nice to meet you.
I know my responsibility. You know what? I'm not done yet.
Joe says should have drawn first, try to get a counterspell. Opponent, I mean? Yeah. I mean, we're currently drawing a hell of a lot more cards than Yakovicel. I mean, really getting an Arch of Orazca early is just absolutely... It's just the best, isn't it, Despy? God, it's so nice to be home with my little kittens. So we're going to get through 2 of these. I don't know how we're going to deal with the third Teferi. It's my turn. Ah. Wait, did I not draw? Woo! I was too busy talking about my cat. Yeah, I'll pay that life. I don't give a damn. Can't believe I've whiffed this. Bye.
We will meet again.
Am I trying to bait out a counterspell and Banefire can't be cancelled past 5 mana spent? Because we're not trying to bait a counterspell because we want to play something else in counter, but we're trying to force our opponent to spend counterspells on the worst possible targets. What is Star of Extinction good against? Well, typically this is a card that is very powerful against people that build a lot of boards. In this matchup, it's only a Teferi killer, and that's it. So if our opponent spent a whole counter on this, this is one of our weaker cards in the matchup, and the counters are some of their more valuable cards in the matchup. So that's the reasoning. Alright. This auto-tapper sometimes, man. Like, this is another great example of a situation where a counterspell would be fantastic. Because if we burn through enough of our opponent's counterspells, then we can get some of our ultra-important things up. I'm probably run Synchromium Mazzillion Minion. Yeah, that's right. What is it? What do you want, Despers? I Despy. God, I'm feeling real happy. This is a good day. Alright, everyone, remind me to draw at the end of the turn. This position is actually very painful for my neck to sit in for too long. Alright, what do we got in here? We got some Teferis, Fair Thought Erasures, some Mortifies. Is that 3 fairies? No. I was like, what? Let's draw Sean. Let's draw Sean. I mean, our biggest advantage in this matchup is that we get, like, free draws. Every frickin' turn. Whoosh. This is fine to get countered. Boop. How many of these Chemisters Insights are there? Just a single one. Okie dokie. Alright, sweetheart. Oh, so sick. We got a date for the next Day Night Festival. Damn right. Oh, goodness. Oh. Don't want to run out too many large creatures at once. Want our opponent to have inefficient removal, such as a destroy all creatures. That's only destroying one creature. Oh, fuck. Whew. Cat hair in the nose. Next Day Night Festival, we're all going to join together and play derpy-ass games. It's going to be on February 9th and 10th. February 9th, I'm going to be streaming all day. Got Morniel doing the DJ set in the morning. Got Jolteon doing a little music closeout in the evening. This is a long game. Yeah, it doesn't help that I had a little kitten on my lap and I was petting the kitten, taking my sweet time in my turns. It's probably a poor play on our part. I'm real excited to play that Sultai Hydroid Krasis. That Sultai deck is so sick. Well, how much land is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lands, and our opponent has gone through half the deck, so these are expected value of these is all spells. Fun on a bun says, I like Hydroid Krasis way more than I thought I would. Ooh, yeah, baby. God, I love that Hydroid Krasis. That sweet Hydroidation. My turn? Not a chance. Can't believe this is alive. 29 to 27 cards. Makes sense. 8 in the bin, 10 in the bin. I'm paying that life. Holy cow, we're getting in for some damage. Swale TV says, I'm way new to MTG. Why do you run so much land? Is that normally in control decks? I mean, typically, if you are a control deck, you're running about 26 lands because you have a whole lot of double-costed expensive spells. And by double-costed, I mean things like this Skarrgan Hellkite is double red. This Cleansing Nova is double white. My Pelakka Wurm is triple green. I need to make sure that I have enough land types to account for when I would need those types of mana. So typically you have something like 26, sometimes even 27 land in like really pricey control decks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ah, shit, let me do this better. 5, 10, 15, 16. Whereas if I'm an aggressive deck, I will sometimes run as low as 20 lands, 21, 22 lands. And I mean, the basic reasoning for these numbers is that if I'm an aggressive deck, I'm trying to kill you by turn 3, 4, 5, 6, something like this. Generally more like turn 5, 6. But I'm just trying to kill you as fast as I can. So I'm going to have a lot of cheaper creatures. So I want to make sure I'm drawing more of those cheaper creatures, burning through them, that sort of thing. So, because we're a control deck, we're doing 26 lands in the deck. Now, if you're curious why we have so much land out right now, like, is a goal of our deck to just have so much damn land? That is a little bit of a consequence of our deck. Is we do like our land. We do like our land. What about land and draft? You 99% of the time are doing 17 land. 99% is maybe high, but like a vast majority of the time you're doing 17 lands. Period. Nice. Might be able to dome them for 23. I'm just going to go ahead and run this puppy out. Hello. Just get one creature on the board at a time. We didn't play our Knight of Autumn earlier because, you know, we know that there's a lot of these type creatures in there. Or not these type creatures, these type spells in there. You got it. Resolution commencing. What do we expect they're holding? Just a crap shit-ass load of removal. So we've drawn our 2 Skarrgan Hellkites, we've drawn a single Pelakka Wurm, a single March. We have a good number of auxiliary threats. Banefire's nice too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me count this more intelligently in 5s. So we have 5, 10, 15, 19. Really don't want to run this out until I'm pretty sure our opponent doesn't have any more counters. Because we've seen very few counters, man. Our opponent's being pretty damn good about holding on to those. What's his face 117 says I played my first ever pre-release this weekend. It was such a blast. Got both a Nikia of the old ways combo with Biogenic Ooze, so good. Oh, that's so gross. Double Banefire. I think we already lost one of our Banefires, unfortunately. So just as a note, this is part of the reason why this situation. Imagine if we had a Carnage Tyrant. It would be able to resolve, but our opponent has a whole bunch of Wrath effects that would be relatively inefficient at dealing with. March is nice. March is very nice. Gonna bend the Lava Coil. I mean, we can march for like 1 billion. I mean, there has to be a shitload of counters in here. I mean, there must. I mean, we're going to get doubled here, right? What the fuck are you holding? God. Alright. Undraw. Woohoo! It's only 5 cards in hand. You know, I'm gonna have to start jamming down some threats in rapid succession. Alright, we have some disco targets. Maybe this is the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. X equals 16. Ba ba boom. This opponent's deck size? 24 in our opponent's deck. Discard a card? How about this Lava Coil? Let's get that one out of here. This is a long game. Oh, it's going on for so long. Is the Flash Angel? Yeah, Flash Angel could be in this. Flash Angel's pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that's 19 minus 3 is 16 available mana to be able to do stuff with. We want it to be 10, right? If we have 10, then we have 6 left over, so we can Arch of Orazca. And we can also deal with multiple quenches. For some reason I was not expecting it to do that. Multiple quenches we can easily deal with. Has to be a hard absorb. And if there is a hard absorb, no problem. I will comfortably Arch of Orazca and draw 1. This is good to play against Quench, huh? There is the absorb. This is fine. In response, I will draw. At least it isn't a Nexus deck. You don't know that. Careful what you say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 1 more red mana source in my deck. Yeah, baby! Here we go. Hello. Boom. Va va voom. What up? I'm a 3-at. It is me, a 3-at. I don't know what's taking so long. Bam, there it is. Get it out. See, why the hell have these not been cast? That's what's crazy to me, man. First Warfields, the stops on your side seem to be removed at the start of your combat at the end of your turn. They get removed all the time on your turn, man. I just keep spamming it. I just keep spamming it. $22 to $16. Maybe I'll mill myself. Maybe that's what my life is about. I mean, I can Banefire this puppy.
Stand by and watch.
But I think this is the last one. This is the last good Teferi. Why putting stops at the start of your turn? We don't have to scry or anything like that. Because this is a matchup where there's a lot of instant speed stuff, and I want to make sure that I have priority enough to just stop and look and stop and look and stop and look. Like, technically I don't even need to stop at the end of my opponent's turn either. It's just like, it's good to just pop me in the face. Be like, Sean, remember, think stuff, Sean. I'm gonna untap these two, it's gonna be really good, and here we go, I'm gonna do this, here we go, okay, yeah. Alright, well if it's my turn, I'm gonna go ahead and draw 1. Blank. My turn, my turn, my turn. Let's go to the main phase. Alright, well here we go. Next. Next. Here I come. Any enchantment that kills the Pelakka Wurm, we can Star of Extinction. This is fine. Alright, so there's a little mana spent. We're going to decline this action. Because it is a good day to decline. We're then going to go ahead and hit that sweet, sweet next button to go to our next main phase. We're going to Star of Extinction this available land. We're getting real close to everything we ever wanted. Well, not everything.
It's only a matter of time.
Does my opponent just not have a counterspell? I think that I actually have to take this risk now. That's very weird to not save this Teferi. This actually feels a little bit, to me, like our opponent does not have a counterspell. I've been waiting a long time to cast this. All right. Play the Carnarium. Digging for it. Okay. Orgaz Prime says Ori's the most super patient Esper in the world. This does look like just an extraordinarily patient Esper player. Nice. I mean, that was... This was pretty meticulously played by our opponent to carefully avoid that. It's just like, oh my god, oh my god, I can't even go to the left anymore. We have the ability to double draw, and I mean, even though we have 14 cards left, we do want to keep drawing. We're up against an opponent with 3, and we still win this by having card advantage. What's our opponent's win condition? Well, we've seen 2 Teferis. There's typically a Nezahal or a Chromium. One big, scary, uncounterable threat. We're almost at the point where we will just be able to shoot in the face for, like, a lot. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20... We'll have 25 that we can shoot for next turn. Do I even want to play this damn Immortal Sun? I mean, I'm going to play it because I need to win very, very swiftly, no matter what. And at this point, if their win condition is strictly Teferi, this does shut that down. I would actually like our Immortal Sun to be countered here. Because, I mean, this is not a lot of creatures, not a lot of cards. Probably doesn't have 4th Teferi. Probably not. Probably not. It would surprise me a little bit, huh? So let's see. We die in 5 turns. So we can get it to 6 if we just don't draw. I think I would like an extra turn. Alright, well. Prepare. Prepare thyself. I think our opponent might not have any counters in hand. So that's good. In terms of threats, we're only running 2 Skarrgan Hellkites. We have one more Wormy Boy, one more March, and a Knight of the Autumn. That's about it. Oh, shit. Alright, well. Let's do this. Prevent our opponent from gaining any more life. I'm gonna go ahead and gain some life, because that's pretty tight. Opponent doesn't gain life off that. The card text is so much different than I had imagined. I thought this said you gain life equal to the number of creatures that were destroyed this way. Interesting. That's fine. That's fine. You know, fuck this guy. I'm going to exert dominance. So in that case, since I do need additional threat, I will sacrifice 1 turn of living to ideally draw something that I need to draw. That's not good. This is all absolute shit. May as well. We're going to do this. Yash. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this formatting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that means 15 minus 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So we want to do it for 9. Because now we should have 4 up for Quench. Alright, I miscounted. Fuck. Well, this is going to be kind of shitty. I'm going to pay that life. Alright. We did it. We did it. Oh yeah, that's right, because you get -1 from Immortal Sun. That game was fucking stupid! Wait a minute, that was the game?! All of a sudden, I'm back in reality and can't believe that this is what the game was. Oh my god. I mean, if this were a novel, I would be like, you know what? I really think you should start at your climax and just make that chapter 1. There was a lot of build-up, and I understand that context is important, but good lord, you really kind of lost me about an hour in. Jesus. Alright. Oh my god, can we just take a moment to appreciate? Yeah. This feels good. This feels good. Double Dawn, Double Bane, I think is really good. Let this be the example game of why I like Double Dawn of Hope. Because if we're up against an aggressive deck, we obviously have the turn 3 Deafening Clarion, but if we get another land, we can start delaying the game with Dawn of Hope until brighter waters wash in the currents of the sea. I don't know what the hell that figure of speech that my mouth approved, but that's what it is. Oh god, I gotta clean. Oh, Dr. Day9 dodged a bullet, snuck a Dawn of Hope down against a Grixis. Yahoo. Mortal Womba. I suppose I should read that as Mortal Wombat. Mortal Wombat with the 200 bits as Ghost Shaman. Thank you. We did it. We played a really long game, and then I shot a dude in the face, and I was like, what? Did it work? What? Hold this back. We have no reason to play anything out. We want everything in our deck to have some capacity to be reactive, so I think we're fairly self-satisfied. Alright. God, this is really grand. So good. So good. Like, if we get a Dawn or an Arch down relatively early against a super control-y Grixis-like pal, I mean, we can really begin to administer the pain, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think I just hang here. I'm gonna just hang here. Does the deck use any of the new cards? It uses 2 Skarrgan Hellkites and that's it, man. Fuck! Whatever you want, my friend. You want to kill the Gift of Paradise? You got it. Let's get it out. C'est parfait. planning to still do some drafts. I was thinking doing it at some point, but I mean, I'm stopping in 30 minutes. We're kicking some ass. We will absolutely be healing here. We're going to use our white mana and our null mana. These are the two that have been seen. Search for Azcanta would have been nice to blow up with an additional Knight of Autumn, but you cannot win them all. So again, this is the Hidden Worm. Phosphorus, I love your advice and want to thank you for your help over the past years. I have interviews for PhD programs starting Thursday. Do you have any advice for interviews or just fun stuff in the Bay Area while I'm there? Fun stuff in the Bay Area? Bay Area is not fun. You will not have fun in the Bay Area. I tease. One thing that I'm just a really big believer of is... I talk about this... I've talked about this before, but it's still one of my favorite little rants, my favorite little high horse things. High horse moments. There's a big difference between concept and concrete, okay? And a lot of people speak conceptually, especially about things they know really well, whilst forgetting to ground it in concrete examples. Because you can state things that are conceptually easy to agree with, but concretely, I might not understand. And it's hard for me to understand if you know what the hell you're talking about. It's hard for me to elevate my understanding without that sort of concrete example. So, how do we, hell, give a concrete example of exactly what I'm talking about? God, this is actually panning out just dandily. No! We will absolutely not be playing a Pelakka Wurm. So an example is like, if I say, it's important that if you are a control deck, that you make sure you have enough land in your deck to cast all the spells you need to cast. Okay. How many fucking land do I put in, Sean? Right? You want some examples. So you want to have someone say, like, for instance, if you have something that's like, you know, triple green, you want to make sure you have at least 18 sources of green. Oh, okay. You want to make sure that you're running at least 26 land if you have this type of curve in your deck. Oh, okay. You start to actually get some concrete underpinnings to climb. I don't need any more than these two out to apply insane pressure, and this is good for thinning the deck. And, oh, what a terrible counterspell target. Mwah! So, right, like, I have seen unbelievable StarCraft players really screw this up when speaking to worse StarCraft players. They'll say things like, oh, yeah, well, you know, if I'm not feeling safe, then I won't do XYZ thing. But, you know, generally I'm feeling safe in a spot like this, so it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it's so easy to be like, dude, I don't even know. I have no context for what the hell you're talking about. So you want things like, if I have 3 sentries against someone who did this opening, then I'll feel safe. But if they did that opening, it's like 6 or 7 sentries, and here's why. I think this is so important to provide concrete examples because it demonstrates that you have the clear understanding of how to apply that knowledge. And it also really lets the other person see the way that you think. So if you're in a PhD program and you're trying to do interviews and you're trying to have people pick your brain on things, it's really easy to make these sorts of... You got it, man. I'll go ahead and do this, even though it's fairly obvious that our opponent could just moment of craving. Not moment of craving, do whatever the heck I'm thinking in my head. It's really easy if you're getting interviewed, say for instance for a math program, you know, to fast track things, to try to get done with the explanation more quickly. Typically, when there's really smart people who are trying to describe really complicated concepts, they speed up. There's a discomfort with explaining something that's too complicated. Like, for instance, have you ever felt socially awkward when you're explaining a game you really care about to someone who doesn't give a fuck about it, and you're like 30 seconds into your long explanation, and then you start to feel stressed out because you realize they don't care? Lots of really smart people, I actually just learned about this in the last year, lots of really smart people, like, as a defense mechanism, start to super speed up, quickly get through. They try to speed through as quickly as they frickin' can. Don't do that. Slow down. Use lots of examples. Bring up other research you did that's important to connect to this. So the way we lose is if there's double moment of craving. Well, not if we lose. I think we still go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our opponent will still have to have double moment of craving in order to get out of this pickle. It's not unreasonable for our opponent to actually do that if they have some way to, like, cycle for it. Maybe should have done the Azcanta first. By the way, very interesting fact. What our opponent did might look like a desperate derp. What an idiot, tried to counter the uncounterable. That's actually a super high-level play. You cannot cast a counterspell unless you have a target for the counterspell. Just because something says it isn't counterable doesn't mean that you are not permitted to cast a counterspell. It means that if you target it, it will fizzle. And so, for instance, if I have an absorb, absorb's a bad example. No, there. For instance, with the Sinister Sabotage, it's like counter target spell, surveil 1. It tries to counter it and then it surveils. I'm sorry, fizzle's the wrong word. I shouldn't say fizzle. When a spell fizzles, the card text doesn't even happen, right? But if you try to counter something that cannot be countered, the text still occurs. So you can still surveil 1. In the absorb example, you will still gain 3 life. Absorb is actually like a really good example. I don't know why I decided that, nah, gaining 3 life is too simple. I should do a better example. Blah. Yeah, that's actually the perfect example. So it's easy to see someone do the play where they try to counter something that's uncounterable, but often it's because of the secondary effect of the counterspell you want to get in. Very good starting hand. These Knights of the Autumn, just 2 of them feels very, very, very nice. I also think that this deck is really hard for a lot of folks to get a grip on what I'm trying to do. Because I kind of look like a ramp deck that's not doing anything because I have perhaps not drawn the ramp that I need. And so it might appear, holy cow, it's going to be so great for me to jam out a counterspell here to prevent the Circuitous Route from going down. I don't see a reason to do a single thing. We're just going to continue to play lands and pass. So yeah, so if you're interviewing for a PhD program, like, go in depth, talk about it a lot. You're going to do all sorts of examples of stuff that the person who's interviewing you might well know. Oh, if you're running Guild Mages and Standard, I, like, respect you so much, dude. Perfect, that's the one I wanted to target. Go ahead and hold on to this. We have enough for a Cleansing Nova. Can you explain the percentage in your rank? Yeah, it just shows you what your current percentile of Folks and Mythic is. Perfect, 3 for 1. Just shows you what your percentage or percentile in Mythic is. And then if you get high enough, then it starts to just list what your actual rank is. So for instance, we were like dipping down like 91, 90th percentile or something like that. Which is great. It's exactly what we think should happen when we're trying a new deck. Land here just like wins the game. Some shit. is basically the same thing as a land. Lets us draw 2 a turn. Make the Pelakka Wurm reduce cost by 1. Plausible that another Knight of the Autumn comes down and bonks our Immortal Sun, but I would have expected that to get played previous turn. Yeah, the higher this percentage, the better. So if I'm in 99th percentile, then I'm above 99% of some group of players that Magic is selecting. So great. Knight of Autumn strikes again. So I think this is the correct play, no? Look at the work that this card has been doing for us. Look at the 1-mana Lava Coils. Hot damn. Assemble. Is Assemble sorcery speed? No, it's an instant. Hot diggity damn. Wow. Fuh. I'm just gonna play the Pelakka boy. I don't think I need to use the Lava Coil until there's something that's truly threatening out. Transmogrifying Wand? Remove a charge counter, destroy a target creature's controller, creates a 2/4 white Ox token? The shit in the shit is that? Whoa. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna Deafening Clarion. Alright, Oxen, get in there. Yeah, let the healing begin. Holy cow. Boom. Bam. Alright. I am prepared to become transmogrified. Get in there. Ugh. Yes. Uh-oh. 95. Feeling alive. What I really want is like a little animation of a number just going like... I'm like going up. This is an acceptable starting hand, but not excellent. Deafening Clarion is just such a nut draw. Consider pairing Donahoe with Wilderness Reclamation. Wilderness Reclamation is a card that has a lot of oomph to it, but I don't know how great it is in a variety of decks. It seems most clearly suitable to some sort of blue control color. Like, cast a bunch of stuff on my turn, untap a bunch of stuff at the end of my turn, have counter up. I think the real problem is the Nexus of Fate exists, and I hate the shit out of that card, man. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it. I hate Nexus of Fate. It hurts. It makes me mad. God, I hate that card. I can't believe it. It makes me mad just talking about it. It's so stupid. What a stupid card. Hate it. I hate it. I'm immortal! Ooh! I have no needs to do anything right now. So this is a Selesnya deck. They have very few things that can get to power greater than 3. So I want some stuff to pop out. I want my Deafening Clarion to 2-for-1. Frigid Flame says, you okay there, buddy? No, I hate that damn card. Alright. No reason to do nothing, man. Passing right on through. March of the Multitudes for 1. Should reprinted Time Walk, yeah. Could pay 1 to double your Banefire. Unfortunately, you can't because Banefire is sorcery speed, so it just kind of does nada. Who hurt you? All the people with Nexus of Fate. Can't believe we're actually, like, proceeding in this fashion. So here's what I expect to happen. I expect that we are going to see a Conclave Tribunal come down. I expect post-Conclave Tribunal hitting the board, I will Deafening Clarion, and then later on Night of the Autumn. Perfect. I will probably have to Deafening Clarion here, which, you know what, we're marginally sad about. But our opponent is, like, literally right about to get to, 6 mana. And 6 mana with a Flourish would hurt us really badly. Only option is to run on Mortar Ego and remove all copies of Nexus. Yeah. That's like super good. By the way, I'm not pissed off at Wizards for printing that card by any measure. Because I feel like this just is one of the natures of running a card game, right? You're invariably going to wind up printing something that feels absolutely bullshit at some point. And frankly, I don't even think the Nexus of Fate is overpowered. I'm sure its win rate is like below 50%. Or I shouldn't say I'm sure. I'm saying I would not be surprised if we're below 50%. It is just the case that it makes me so mad. I like the way this deck is feeling. I like the way, it's feeling. I don't know what this Selesnya do nothing play is though. Alright. Boy, do I have a surprise for you. You got it. It resolves. Our poor Loxapal. I mean, our opponent is going to concede mid-turn. 100%. This card's so good. The Immortal Sun. Don't forget the 4, because its cost is reduced by 1. Everybody now. Spotlight TV says, would you advise homebrewing a deck as a new player or just copying decks until you have a better understanding, a la SC2 until Masters? I think that if you're really feeling confused, it's fantastic to look at a pre-existing strong deck and go, I'm going to base it off that. That's an absolutely excellent way to consistently start from a good beginning point and know that you're working towards. Or know that you have a methodology to not confuse yourself too much. On the flip side, I think building your own decks every now and again is so satisfying and so fun. Boom! There it is. Feels so good. Like, I think that there's, like, you know, more than a reasonable argument that you should do a mix of literally playing a pre-existing deck, like just net deck, and just be like, okay, what is this deck all about? Just play it a bunch. Also, really good argument to be made for building your own shit, having a blast. Because, like, this deck, I was just looking up as many existing Naya decks as I humanly possibly could. That is a problem to deal with. Shit, so... That is a bit of a pain in the bum, huh? First strike makes that hurt. Alright, so our opponent does have some fear. Slowly working our way towards Zacama Mama. Alright, well. If you got Spell Pierce, man. Or not Spell Pierce, Dive Down. It's pretty sick, but it's like unlikely. Lionheart says, I want to just thank you for your constant positivity and energy. Coming home to the stream today was much needed after my job interview. I think I did okay, but I'm still unbelievably worried and stressed. It's the first interview I've gotten in a year of hunting. Oh boy, dude. Let me just say, I feel you hard, my friend. Is it wormy time or is it extinction time? I think it's fucking wormy time, man. Dude, it's my pleasure. I'm glad that positivity's showing through. There were times last year, like, I don't ever think I'm that much of a negative prick, but I would say that, like, I felt my bad moods leaking more than I like. Felt it leaking a lot last year. And again, it's okay sometimes if a bad mood leaks, that's fine, but I really like, or don't like when I feel like it's not being deliberate. I really don't like when I feel like I'm not, like, in control of how my happinesses feel. Alright, so I think we have a very clear play. Oh, wait, you're untapping 2 land, that's right. Fuck. Pretty obvious what we're going to be doing. I expect to see a seal away or something like this. Boom! Boom! Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes, yes. You and you and you. Oop. I don't think we care that much about that Field of Ruin. Oh, yeah. Oh, it feels so nice. Alright, you prick.
Hurry.
Oh, that's right. There's an Arch of Orazca. Yeah, no, I fucked up. Totally right. I should kill this. No, I super fucked up. You guys are totally spot on. This one first, yeah. Or this one. This one first. This is the one we'd rather have countered, yes. Still have 2 mana up for Quench, too. I very strongly anticipate it resolves, baby. Do we expect there to be Cleansing Novus? Yeah, yeah. But now we have 2 different obnoxious things. Okay. I just use Zacama to blow this up. That's probably smart. This is clearly a rough spot for our buddy. See ya.
You need to take a time out.
You need to take a time out. So let's see here. So right there is when we want to do it. So here, our opponent untaps, but before draw, we cast. Now we cast. There's the Quench that we were playing around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Minus 3 is 9. Woo!
I'm not done.
Unblessed Reaper has pretty narrow set of opportunities to do things. Okay, so this is... I desperately want to thin my deck mode. That's fine, I'll thin my deck too. So we want to attack with 5. Go ahead and take that action. There's only going to be 1 land that we get. Okie dokie. Unblessed Reaper's playing well.
Hold that thought.
Main phase in it feels good. Main phase in it feels good. Seal aways, we expect more than a Settle the Wreckage here. Flying Angel's probably gonna jam on down too. Alright.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
So good. Slick little play using Field of Ruin on one of our rando lands. This shuffles Zacama back in. Dawn of Hope would be good. It's 2 in the bin right now, yeah. Double Field of Ruin, whoa. It's pretty remarkable, honestly. C'est remarquablement. I have an Arch of Orazca that helps a lot, but it gets blown up pretty fast, huh? Screw it, put it on the mountain. Don't necessarily feel like we're winning. Don't feel like we're losing either. Okay. You got it, man. Have we drawn a lot of land? Well, let's take a look. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 out of our 26 lands. It's a pretty reasonable amount. Doesn't seem like anything's too statistically improbable. We're getting a little bit of a bad draw, but I'm not that worried about it. It's not like I'm getting screwed, right? Our opponent has gone through 42 cards. Good lord. And we've only gone through 28. Great. Yeah, I mean, I really better play this as a threat. Just to start chipping. Let's see, we have 5, 10, 14. It's fine. Should we Ixalan's binding that? No, I should probably just cleansing Nova to nuke it, right? Hello. If our opponent counters that, that is fantastic. If that gets countered... Oh, for fuck's sake, a devious cover-up. Good God. Alright, now I gotta... Whoa. That is some tech right there. Yachi Deutsche. Not terribly many draws. If you Ixalan's binding and Ixalan's binding, you know you can trump 359. Perfect. Gotta do this first. Hope it doesn't get countered. It's gonna get blown up with this thing for sure. Sure wish my little arch would have gotten to live. Couldn't you have just cracked the Field of Ruin and that counters the star? Yeah, and that would have been that would have been a winning play for us. Because then we would have played the Arch of Orazca, and our opponent could not have blown it up. But instead, our opponent countered to preserve the Field of Ruin, and then we played an Arch of Orazca, which was unable to do anything. So that was 100% correctly played by our opponent. You know, I'm plausibly gonna have to go Deafening Clarion here. I think we're dead. I think we're dead. Certainly feel dead. 11 cards left, and there's Nexus of Fates in there. Yeah, we're pretty boned here.
No time for a break.
I'm gonna do this and March of Multitudes in a turn. I might actually get countered. Uh-oh. Oh god, it's gonna get devious cover-up. That's why it's taking so long. Fuck. Yow! Woo! 75 says, how much of a donation to get Day 9 to answer a question? Dude, just ask the question. It costs $0 here, man. It's a $0 circumstantiation here, baby. This is actually a very, very cute construction of a deck. It's sweepers and counters to get to the infinite.
We need to move quickly.
Biggest reason that questions doesn't get answers is because I just don't see it. Just playing the game. You know, that's about it. 59, can you show 4-color half-decent dragon deck in MTGA? Why 4-color? Why does it need to be 4 colors, Rufy? I mean, I could build a dragon deck. I could build some dragony stuffs. More colors equals more sweet. Could be true. It's my turn. Damn, didn't work. Thought if I said it hard enough. It's got a bunch of mythic 4/5 drop 3-color dragons, but overall they share 4 colors or maybe 5. Well, I mean, like, other than it's because what I own. Like, what's the goal of the deck? Is it like there's a good game? I'm gonna go ahead and concede. Yeah, because I mean, if I oh look, hey, we upranked, got to 96%. If I actually go to this and I type in dragon, boom, and I go rare mythic. There's Niv Mizzet, there's Lathlith. Some of these guys, Arcades sucks unless you have a deck built completely around this, which is like make defenders do stuff. Palladium Moors, Flying Vigilance Trample. Ooh. That's hexproof. It hasn't dealt damage yet. Nice. Oh, good old Darigaz. Darigaz, baby. You love dragons, so you just want to have dragons? That's plausible. So yeah, I mean, I could plausibly see, like, I mean, it's basically Grixis, right? You get, like, Niv, you get Niv, Jesus, you get Nicol Bolas, you get Niv, you get Varric's Bladewing, and then you have Sarkhan's in there to be able to hit that second ability. Add 2 mana of any combination to cast only dragons. There's a lot of good 6 mana dragons you can pump up. Listen, y'all, I'm leaving. I gotta go to the gym, because I gotta be a healthy boy. Then I gotta eat dinner, and then I gotta go to bed. Because tomorrow I'm getting up to play some damn Magic the Gathering. So see you tomorrow at 1. I'm gonna try out the Thundermill Hellkite Sultai control deck. I'm interested in doing some mid-range Gruul face beating. And I'd love any and all ideas you guys have for Standard, because it sounds grand. Have a great day. Let's listen to some more music that I listened to in college.